Guys, let's agree on one thing. This page, this YouTube channel is my diary. So I got yesterday some views and I'm like, okay, what is happening? I'm not here for the views. Like genuinely, I'm not here for the views. Like yesterday, the diary about this topic about Israelites and why they are favored. I don't know why it got some views, by the way. Okay, not that I'm angry, but bro, this is my diary. I'm even surprised that I actually checked. I normally don't check the videos every now and then, and the views, because I'm not here for the views. So the video got about almost 3 or 4 views. Why are people coming here? Not that I'm a pastor, not that I'm a specialist anywhere. I'm not here for the views. This is my diary. I just upload this video for. You can check the first. Okay, the first or the third. Likely the third video. Likely. Okay, or let's say between the first series, the first 5 series, you understand why I'm doing this video. But bro, I don't want attention. I'm not a specialist anywhere. Tafadhali, I'm not, like, really, I mean it. I'm not here for the views. And I'm even surprised. But again, I don't want to put my videos private for some reasons. Again, I don't know what is pushing me towards not putting my videos private. But bro, whatever I talk about, I'm not a specialist. I don't know anything. I'm just talking about what goes into my mind. Please, I don't want the views. I don't want any visitors in this page, this channel. By the way, come to think of it, see, it means that I'll do one video and I will explode. This channel will explode. But before that time reaches, please, guys, I don't want that attention. I know. It's the keywords that are messing me up. The keywords that I'm using for my titles. But genuinely, this is my diary. Please. Well, I'm seeing some information that might be leaked about me, and I'm like, bro, this is dangerous. Okay, assuming that I'll be in a position where I'm popular, I hold this position somewhere, maybe in a company, or I own something, and then someone comes to this page and exposes me, and the way I give some information here and there, and we're like, it might be used against me at some point. So guys, this page is not about the views. I'm not looking for the views, and those are out of my intentions. Those are not my intentions anyway. Getting views, bro, hey, I really don't know how to handle this. And there are videos that I got views again. The other day, I was talking about I was meant for the limelight. I got some views, and some other videos, and I'm like, okay, who is watching this? Because I don't understand, why are they coming here? They are specialists out here in YouTube. I guess how I put my keywords are the ones. And in mathematics, we say that there's a probability. If something happens, there's a likelihood that something else might happen again, might repeat itself. So it means that I'll do only or even more videos that have some keywords, and they'll be relevant at that time, and people will come to watch what I'm doing, what I'm saying about, and I'll explode. My channel will explode from that point. But I don't want that. My wish is not to get those views. Like, really, this is just my diary. I talk about whatever is in my mind. Anyway, not that I'm frustrated, but I don't know how to handle this. And again, I don't want to put my. I wish I had my own YouTube channel, YouTube platform. That it is mine. The website is mine. Everything is mine. But now I don't. So, guys, bear with me. This is my diary. It's like now I'm addressing Sasa people. I stop addressing me myself. I start addressing you. Or whatever I'm talking about, I put you in mind that we'll talk about this. Hi guys, you're giving me a hard time. I don't want the views. I don't want any visitors in this nini. I'm the only one who is allowed to see the videos. And I do not know why I kept this nini public. Anyway, today's on when? End of that nini surprise. It's on 28th May 2024. It's about 10 a.m. and I'm not supposed to be here. But then this was unplanned for, because KPLC decided to cut the nini to anua. Do you call them kuanua? Kuanua. It's KPLC decided that they'll cut the electricity off, and my phone is about 40%, close even to 30% as I'm recording this. I'm in a very tough position. Now my laptop doesn't keep power, so my battery got do you say destroyed or something. It had a problem. I guess it doesn't keep some power for itself, because I'm a heavy gamer, and that is what destroyed or ruined the video, the battery. So I live like that. So I depend on electricity being on all the time so that they can work, so that I can have something meaningful that I can do. So that I can have something meaningful that I can do. Plus, if you know that the electricity is off, means that the router is off. Thank God I don't have any internet left on that through the Wi-Fi. So yeah, so that is why I came here to record this diary. So, and it got me at by the electricity went off when I was in my 1 hour productive. Thank God I was actually finishing. So what was left is that I was recording this. Oh, not recording, but reading this book. Oh, but they have not updated for the last 2 or 3 or 4 days. So after the book How to Think Big ended, I had to look for another book that suits my needs, and I got another book called Give and Take, actually, Give and Take, and it is really giving me insights about what happens in the up there. It is talking about the nature of work that is waiting for me up there when you are working with companies, when you are working with people, when you are connecting with people, when you are networking with people. That is what I'm reading about. It is giving me insights about the professional life, and I think I'm being prepared for that, because I think nothing is a coincidence to me. That is one thing that I've come to note. Nothing's a coincidence to me. Things are happening because they were meant to be that way. So I'm being prepared to be a CEO, and at least and I don't know why this book is prompting me now to be reading books about how to network with people and how to make genuine relationships with other people and even officials in companies, the other professionals, all that into consideration. It has actually prompted me to do that. And if I analyze that, I start reading books about how to connect with people. Since naturally I'm an introvert, all right? But now, keep that aside. There are people who will be interacting with each and every time. You have dreams, so you must have people facilitating your dream to becoming a reality. So you'll be meeting with people who are from all sorts of and all walks of life, and again, in that line, you might meet your spouse, you might meet your partner. So I guess it is these things that are happening are just preparing me for the future. I think so. So, and I'm glad this self-help groups again, I make the mistake again. Self-help books, not groups. I don't know, I keep on mentioning groups instead of books. It has now become something that is subconscious. I mentioned subconsciously in my mind. I mentioned it is something that is just there and it is ready to just be. Anyway, I think of books and I say groups. And I'm like, okay, what is happening? So I'm reading this book and it is talking about give or take. These are two personalities that you find with people. Two personalities you find in every person. You are either a giver, and I'll explain this in the context that I've read from this book. Although this book is long, that's how the author was supposed to program this book, like section this book in sections. Like you can understand this. I'm talking about this. The author really did some. You didn't finish some work because it's tiring to read 10 pages, 12 pages without any break. You know, there's some relief when you start reading and you encounter this subtopic. You feel some relief. And then you can now continue. Rather than reading for 12 pages straight. And you know, this book is actually very different. It's quite unique because the words are so much merged up. They are close to each other so much that for this page of this book, compared to other books, you might be reading these books for the single page for this is the 3 pages for the other book, because the words are not close to each other, plus they are programmed evenly. Like there's some breathing to the words. I'm sure the words are really are not breathing. That's the word actually. The words in that book are not breathing. They don't have space to, when you are designing a PDF or a book, you have to put that into concept. Okay, I know you want to save some money when you are printing, right? But now think of the reader's experience. Think of the reader's experience like me. I'm tired being reading. Even before you finish the that page, okay, I'm genuinely interested with whatever the author is about to say, but it's really not giving that vibe. I want to say space to the words that I'm reading because they are close to each other, and it's not one time mistake that I've done. It's several mistakes that I've done. I jump this line, I go to the next but one line because the words are close to each other so much that you can't tell whether they are breathing. They need oxygen masks so that they can survive. But others put that into consideration, or is it the book that I'm reading that is a copy of the original? I'm not sure. I download these books from online, pdfdrive.com. So neither do I know the original of the. But either way, it is bringing me to my topic that was I have deviated, right? But that was deliberate. I wanted to talk about I give my opinions about the same. So the book is talking about two personalities of two people who are in this world, especially in the professional context. The book is actually addressing the professional context. So there are two people, and remember the word the song that I talked about the other day. There's this song. Everybody is looking for something. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you are. You are after something. And it doesn't matter. You are after something. And it's either you are a giver or you are a taker. And now the song continues and says that some of them want to use you. Okay, put that into on hold. We'll be using that as this diary continues. Is now some of them want to be used by you. Who are these people? These are matchers. And now there's people who want to. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to be used. Some of them want to be used. Okay, I've actually repeated myself. Okay, people have different motives towards each other. There are people who are genuinely interested in you, in your relationship, developing a better relationship with you. There's now the people who want to be used by you so that they can benefit. There's now people who are there to create genuine relationships. Okay, and it's either you are I don't know what I'm saying, by the way. For the past 10 seconds I don't know what I'm saying. So my point is, it's either a giver or a taker, and there are people who are in between. They are called matchers, as the book describes them. You find that takers are the people who take advantage of other people's what they have, maybe the skills that they have, anything good that they have. They'll come to you and fake that relationship so that they can get what they want. Givers are the people who are very genuine with their intentions. When they are developing a relationship with you, they want you to benefit first, and then later they can benefit. So it is really playing the long term He's playing the long-term game here, the givers. Whereas now, leave that alone. I'll talk about it. I will address it later. So there is the matchers. The matchers are the one who are just there. They don't know where they belong to. But this is what they do. They try to adapt to the situation that they are. They can be either the givers or the takers, depending on the situation. These are the pretenders, which I can call the pretenders. And if I relate this to the real life that we are living, the social life, the religious life that we are living in, especially the religious life that we are living in, the people that we call the marchers are most of the Christians. Most of the Christians are marchers. They're just here to paint that picture that they are good, whereas they are genuinely not. They are honestly not. So back to the episode that I was talking about yesterday. Why? I'm actually quoting him. You find those religious people. Okay, he talked about the. Is it spiritual or something? Yeah, spirit. Okay, let me paraphrase, but I'm actually quoting his words. You find that those who you think are spiritual or religious are not, whereas on the other hand, the people that you do not think are religious are the ones who are very religious and close to God. They know about the spirituality, but the conclusion is that most Christians are pretenders. I was actually talking about this scenario. Yeah, he has been brought up in this church, SDA church, and all his life he knows that whoever belongs to any other church in this world will go to hell. Religion, bana. Hey, this was meant to just brainwash us, especially Africans, and in the context of now Kenyans. Religion, by the way, he asked a very simple question, and which the other day I tweeted about it. I think he came across my tweet somewhere. He's talking about religion was brought to us the other day. It was 2 decades ago. Okay, not decades, a century. 2 centuries, thereabout. Okay, let me talk of a century and a half. That's where the religion was brought to us. This is back in we are in the 21st century, 20th, probably 19th century. It was introduced to us, right? So by that time, were we not having some spirituality that we are conforming to, that that we owned? And when I read historical books, we had our own gods, our own. Okay, God is one. Even if we were God is one. We had our own God. Our ancestors had our own God. Had one God. We talk about. Let me not talk about the ownership here. So we had our own spiritual rituals. We had our own. Basically we had our own religion. All right. But now the white man, the missionaries, and whoever the fuck came here in Kenya or in Africa, brought us the narrative that there is religion, and we bought the story. But now the question that he was asking, why are we not having that religion of ourselves? Was there no God that time? There was, of course. But now we we bought in this story so much that we make it part of it's like our idol in this world. And I talked about it. Okay, I was actually not talking about it. Oh, I talked about it in my tweets, in my Twitter profile. I've created a thread, a very long thread. By the way, I consider myself as a writer, an unconscious writer. By the way, I can write either when I'm triggered by something very emotional. I can write something. I even ask myself, or am I in the wrong profession? But when I think about it, I think I was meant to speak my mind. I think many things go into my mind. So, what was I talking about? Christianity. So we find that most Christians are just pretenders. Okay, back to the point. That was just a subtopic, and then a subtopic. Now I go back to the main topic. Take us and give us. So he has given so many examples in this book about give us, take us, and he has compared the two in a real life situations. So there's this there are these investors, and he's known for being a very good investor, and the nature that he's given, he's a giver. He's someone who, by the way, I've not explained what a giver is. Okay, I've explained the term in terms of a genuine relationship. I've talked of the context of relationships. Now there's the other trait of these guys. One, they give they put ahead the needs of others before their own. That is one nature. And now this story is given about this investor. And now there's this kind of, okay, let me call him, I can't actually remember his name, but let me call him Adur. Why do they call them Other instead of Adur? It's fascinating. Why do you keep on removing some words from the name? Anyway, let me just not deviate, because it will be a whole topic that we'll be talking about it here. So Other is an investor, and is ready to invest in a promising deal. So there's this startup guy who has had several successful ventures or business startups, and now he has gotten this idea where, this is in 2006 or 2007, say something like that. He has gotten this idea, and now he needs an investor, and the person he goes to is Other. Okay, let me call this investor Roy. I call him Roy. So it's actually not the name. I'm not remembering, because my brain is not a warehouse for keeping facts. Please, I don't want to bother myself with things that I cannot contain, but the message will be home. So he has gotten this brilliant idea of how people are supposed to send money to each other against the conventional ways that people know. So he comes up with this idea, and Roy decides to take this idea to Other. Other looks at this deal, and without even thinking twice, this is a great deal. If you are an experienced investor and you have worked with several people, several ideas, several startups, you already know which idea is amazing and is about to bear fruits, and which one will not. Alright, you already have experience, and this is what happens in this case. Other after hearing the idea of it and the problem that he's supposed to solve. In business, you want to get the money, you want to solve someone else's problem. Cool. So this is a great idea to Arthur, and he's actually interested in that. So they discuss about the idea. Oh, but now Arthur is a good guy. So is that good guy who is at least knows what he stands for, what he's known for, what really matters to him. He gives value to it. So he doesn't want to pressure. He's actually naturally a giver. And I'll give the story that I'm about to give will describe the nature of this guy. So he decides, he tells the now Roy, this is a very good idea by the way, and I'm ready to invest in it, but now I don't want to pressure you into investing something very, very fast. I want to give you time so that you can think about it before now we get into work, because this is really a good idea. Now I'm giving you about, okay, he didn't actually give the limit, and I'll talk about the time. It's 30 minutes. This will go for about 40 minutes, so we'll just continue the story. So he gives Roy some time so that he can give him feedback, because what is his name? Arthur. Yes, Arthur. Arthur is the one. Is very genuine. He's very kind. He doesn't want to pressure this guy, because he knows that in the business model you don't have to be in a hurry, because it's good to first create the relationship, or at least make some sense when you are relating with each other. So he decides to give time to this guy to consider his request, or Nini. He has already accepted, only that he is giving time for this guy to think about it before they get now into the business. So, and in 3 weeks time, Roy decides to think about it, go consult himself, call himself for a meeting. I'm running out. I'm tired of holding this phone. Wish I had a tripod. Anyway, I'm talking about what? So Roy takes his time, and in between, before he gives answer to Alvin, Arthur, about what he has thought of, he comes across this other investor. When he was given that opportunity to think about it, he decided to go to other investors and think about it. And now it happened that he came across this investor who was kind of giving a higher investment. This is in terms of quantity of the money that he'll invest in that startup idea. Whereas they have agreed with Arthur that he'll be giving this kind of amount, which is lesser than what he has been given by this other guy. So Roy comes back to Arthur some maybe 3 or 4 weeks later. He tells him, guy, I got another investor. And Arthur is actually not is not disappointed. He knows the game. This in business there is losses, there is profits. Now, what happened is that the investor that Roy got was kind of a taker, and he was offering. Okay, at first he didn't see that. He was offering some terms and conditions that were not favoring him. After now signing the deal, so at this time when he's coming to this other he has already signed the deal, so he has already signed the contract, but now he was not aware of the terms and conditions. Some few days later, he was like, guy, Roy is actually regretting the mistake that he had done, because He didn't know. And here he is in a position where, wah. I'm in a big mess. I have fucked up. And there's no way to go back. Now he comes up with a very brilliant idea. I know of other, and he's very genuine with his intentions. This is what he's offering, and this is the experience that he has. Alright? Now, what if I involve him in this deal, and he gets a share of this company that I'm about to make, this deal that I'm about to make? And that is what he does. He goes back to Arthur and decides to tell him what happened. He got another investor. Oh, these are the conditions, and they are not favoring me. I don't feel like that I'm really getting. So I am asking you to just come be part of the deal. And Arthur genuinely accepts. And that is what happened. So now from that, Nini, what can you conclude? Arthur is a very good person and he has good intentions towards Roy. But now Roy is confused. He wants big money. He wants big Nini. And what I came to learn is that when you are doing business with people, don't be interested in what you will get. Be interested in the relationship that you are about to form with whoever you are doing business with. That is the most important thing, because that will go in the long term rather than in the short term. Because when you think about it, when you develop a relationship with someone who has some experience in a certain field, who is good at something, you might be benefiting the whole of your life or even longer in your generations, rather than doing business for profit gains and whatever. That is what one thing that I came to learn, and that is only one of the stories that he was given. And this other is talking about when you just develop, give us. Okay, let me talk of takers. Okay, let me talk of whether takers will be another topic for another day. As I'm reading this, I want to get a whole context, and I can give several examples. So givers are oftenly very good when you are thinking of long-term relationships and investments. These are the people you are supposed to invest yourself with, and you find that most of the time, okay, that is only one example that I've given. I've actually not painted the whole picture about givers, so I'll talk about it there another day. Right now, so I have to end it there. I don't have to talk much. Remember, I only have 1 hour to do whatever I need to talk about. So I don't know. Wait, what is the conclusion of this story? I've already given. It is good to invest in genuine relationships if you are thinking business. So that's that. I'll talk about the takers and the givers again in a broader perspective. So that's today's diary. I yesterday wrote the script for the video. Imagine yesterday I didn't do anything. I'm actually sorry for myself. I'm feeling sorry for myself. I felt this need of not doing anything. I was just I don't want to use much of my battery power. I have to end it here. Remember, let me just finish on that point. I wrote the script for today's diary. Today's episode that I'm supposed to do for MaxPy. Then I'll upload it later. That is introducing how to collaborate with others. But now with the animations, is the this is the thing, my thing now. I'm doing motion graphics, so I must practice that in my CapCut. So that's that. Remember, if it can be moved, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.